Hi, I'm Alex Merlo with Piano Distributors, here to talk to you about Yamaha's Disklavier. What is the Disklavier? It is a self-playing piano from Yamaha that replicates a live performance like none other. It's fantastic. First and foremost though, it's a piano. The model you're looking at is the DC2X ENST. The D in front of it stands for Disklavier. Otherwise, this is a C2X grand piano, 5'8" grand piano. It's a conservatory series from Yamaha. It's up there in quality with the finest pianos in the world, and it's great price piano as well. But first and foremost, like we mentioned, it's a piano. One of the biggest complaints about aftermarket player systems that you can pick a piano and put the system on it, there's a few things. First thing is you have to cut into the piano and kind of fit the piano to the system. This piano and system come together from the factory, from Yamaha. They were made for each other. So I liken it to putting a moonroof on your car after the fact. Sometimes it leaks, sometimes it doesn't. You don't have those issues here, okay? But again, first and foremost, it is a piano and a great sounding one. One of the ways to really highlight this particular model will record my performance. So what I can do is I've got this synced up with my phone. You can use a smartphone or a tablet, either way. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to record my performance, and I'm purposely going to hit a couple notes and not make a sound. And it's going to mimic perfectly and replicate what I just did, which again, no other player system does. And the reason why I can do this, it's got much more sensitive sensors than the average player system. The average player system has bigger, bulkier sensors. They're only about 75 cents a sensor. These sensors are a lot more expensive, but you don't pay that because of Yamaha's manufacturing prowess, I should say. They give you more for less. So you've got a very sensitive system that replicates every nuance. So I'm going to hit record, and I'm just going to purposely, again, hit a couple notes and not make a sound, and it's going to replicate it perfectly. And now I'm going to play. Okay, so also what you may have heard in there as well, one of the facets of the system, one of the features, is you can play with MIDI instrumentation. You had in there, if you could hear it, piano and strings, which was kind of interesting. And you can plug your headphones in and it silences the piano, and you can play any hour and hear just the stuff in your headphones, and it sounds like you don't even have headphones on. They do something called binaural sampling, which really sounds like you don't even have headphones on. It's amazing. So that's another nice feature of this. But here we go. This is playing back what I just played and recorded, okay? If you notice, hit a note, didn't make a sound, it replicated it perfectly. There's another note, no sound. Here's what I played. Incredible. I mean, replicate everything I did, everything from the nuances to how loud, how soft. If I made a mistake, it would replicate that. Even the pedal movements. It's the only system that does that. So a couple usages for this. If you're a player and you want to play your favorite piece and record it and then have family or friends over, and while you're playing Maroon 5 or something else or jazz, you can say, hey, here's my performance. It's already in the library. Also for families, if you have children, and your children play piano and they're going to go off to college out of state, you can have them record their favorite performances, and then you always have their performances and kind of them with you in music even when they're not physically with you. So great feature. That's the record feature. One of the other things, of course, is the player system aspect of it. It's going to play back and replicate a live performance, which you saw a little bit of a sample there. The next thing I want to show you actually is Disklavier TV. It does audio and video. You get with any player system typically about 500 songs. With the Yamaha Disklavier, you actually get a service called Disklavier Radio and TV for free for the first 90 days when you purchase. This gives you access to every song out there, okay? It also gives you access, so for example, if you like country and western, or you like jazz or rock, you can tune it to that station and it plays for hours and hours. You don't have to do anything. Kind of like your favorite streaming service. The other thing it does, which I get really excited about, are the on-demand video concerts. We had a concert recently with Elton John. Elton John was in Orlando, Florida. So if you had this piano with the Disklavier Radio and TV, which again is free for the first 90 days, you sit in front of your TV, sit in front of your piano, when Elton John plays this in Orlando, Florida on his piano, it plays your piano live. Whatever he sings in Orlando, Florida in this case, it comes through your sound system. You get a studio, really high quality studio monitor that Yamaha makes underneath the piano to replicate that sound. So it's really amazing. I'm going to give you a sample of it. So you can do this again either with your smartphone or your tablet. I showed you using the smartphone. I'm going to use the tablet now. And it's really easy to set up. Basically, you go to the Inspire app. First thing you're going to do is go to your Wi-Fi, okay? And make sure that you're connected to your home Wi-Fi. Once you're connected to the home Wi-Fi, you load this Disclavir Inspire app. It's a free app. Once you load the app, you just tap the app. You should see the piano appear in the app settings, and then just tap the piano and then use the features inside the app. One of them, of course, is Disclavir TV. So I'm going to tap Disclavir TV, okay? And it takes me directly to Yamaha's Disclavir TV website. You've got every genre out there. I go to On Demand. Is what you have featured performances, by the way, which is what you saw or may have seen on that home screen. They feature a different performance every month. A couple months ago was Jamie Cullum. If you're a Jamie Cullum fan, a live jazz pianist and singer. But I'm actually going to go to Contemporary, and I'm going to choose the Piano Guys. For those of you that know who the Piano Guys are, this particular song is called All of Me, and what he's doing is it just shows piano player and piano, keeping it simple, but you can see full bands of this. It's really pretty amazing. So basically, we've got it set up with Apple TV, so you can AirPlay it. So I just hit play, and I hit the AirPlay function, and choose the appropriate setting. In this case, we've called it Entertainment Room, and here you go. So there's a quick sample of what it can do video-wise, and it's amazing. Yamaha updates that all the time. You get everything from jazz to classical to popular to rock, you name it, including even master classes. So what you can do, this is the ST model, by the way, that does all this. For example, say you want to learn how to play jazz. There's an instructor on the video class that plays jazz, play a jazz chord on the video, and when he or she plays the jazz chord, it plays the piano simultaneously, and it teaches you just right there, or you can just enjoy concerts, which is a really cool feature. And then the other side of this, of course, is the audio. So I'm going to go back to my phone for that, actually. I've got it hooked up to my phone as well. You can do either, or you can stick with the iPad, but just to show you, you can use both mediums, of course. And it's pretty much like an iTunes library, very similar. Just hit my song tab. I've got all sorts of genres, everything from pop, rock, jazz, you name it. Classical, of course. I'm going to choose jazz. One of the greatest things about this system, obviously, is replicating live performance, but it actually plays softer than a human can play. And where that helps you, the biggest complaints I get from people that have the aftermarket systems, because the sensors are not sensitive enough, they're bigger and bulkier, lesser expensive sensors, they don't really replicate and don't play with the same sensitivity as a live performance would. And a big advantage of this is, I'm about to show you, is I'm going to play a jazz song. I'm going to turn it down to where it plays softer than I can play. So say you're having a family member or friends over and you're listening to music while you're having dinner. You don't want the music to impede your conversation. This would be what this would be for. So I'm going to choose jazz, and I'm going to choose a song called Alfie. Now, this is at a higher volume level, okay? So you can hear it, you can get as loud as you want it to get, or I can turn it all the way down, and if you notice, it's playing almost whisper quiet. Okay, turn it down again. A listen to how quiet that is. That is whisper quiet. Just to give you an example, if I play, that's as soft as I can play. And again, the disc clavier is playing softer than I can play. So you can have an dinner party, be with your spouse, your family member, your friend, have dinner, talk comfortably, have wonderful entertainment in the background, and it doesn't impede what you're doing. No other system does that. It's amazing. Okay? A couple other things it does and no other system does. Say, for example, you want to hear, one of the greatest things about this too, again, going back to replicating a live performance, say you want to hear a really plugged in song, okay? I'm going to use, for that example, Moves Like Jagger, okay? The other systems, typically what's happening in that scenario is the piano player is playing to a CD track, okay? And it's, you think about it, when you go see someone live, you're not going to watch someone play to a CD. You're watching somebody play with a band. In this case, that's what's happening here. You're actually hearing a full plugged-in band, a bass player, a guitar player, and of course the piano player and a drummer. So here we go. So here's the song. So you hear the drummer come in, of course. So it's a real live band. It's what you would hear if you go to a concert, okay? Now, say you don't want the band to be in the equation. Say you just want it to be piano, okay? I can go back, take the band completely out of it. So it's just piano, or bring the band back in. So that's a great feature, okay? I mean, it allows you, again, to experience what you would experience when you watch a live show. Another feature, okay, is if you're a singer. I'm a singer, so I love this feature. Say you're having a party, and somebody, one of your friends, Joe Smith, gets up and wants to sing, and they can't sing the song in the key that it was originally written. You can take it. Say he wants to sing like Sarah McLachlan. Don't know why he'd want to, but maybe he does. So you can transpose the key of the song. In this case, you can do it with any song, whether it be instrumental or vocal. But in this case, I'm using Sarah McLachlan because she's actually in here. There she is. I hit the note icon, hit transpose. Now I've keyed her down 3 half steps. So you can sing in that key comfortably. And of course, now she has a bad cold. Or I can bring her back up. This is the key she originally sang it in. So for people that love to sing, you can take any song in the library and key it in your key that's comfortable. You can slow it down. So if it's a fast tempo song, you can slow the tempo down so you can pick out the notes and learn how to play the song. Speaking of learning how to play the song, one of the other features of the ST is a smart key feature, okay? So I can go in here and I can choose the smart key. All right, so I'm going to go down, go to my songs, click songs, built-in songs, and I'm going to go, the bottom choice is smart key. So I can pick a song. There's a pretty good library of this. One of them is Autumn Leaves. So if I choose Autumn Leaves, now what happens is you're going to see a key wiggle, okay? It's teaching me note for note how to play this song. So all I have to do is hit the key that wiggles. Now if I hit the wrong note, it's not going to do anything. It's going to wait. It's going to keep wiggling. So here's the right note. And you get fancy frills to go with it. So you can impress your friends and family. So this is teaching you note for note how to play that song. Incredible feature. So you've got the record feature, which we showed you earlier. We've got the smart key feature, which teaches you to play. Of course, the video performance, the song library, and again, typically with most player systems, you get about a 500 song library. Right now, with the purchase of this, you're getting an additional library that's going to give you up to 2,500 songs of every genre out there. So it's the largest song library of any player system out there by far, including ones that cost a lot more money. So this is really fantastic. And then the other feature to talk about the ST, the last thing, is the silent piano feature. I don't have my headphones with me, but it's really easy for you to kind of visualize this. One of the greatest things about this piano is with the silent piano feature, You can plug your headphones into the unit underneath here, which is so small you don't even see it. And it mutes the piano so only you hear it in your headphones. And the way that it's recorded is they do what's called binaural sampling. So the way it's recorded, it doesn't even sound like you're even playing or listening with headphones. It's really pretty amazing. So it allows for you to practice or listen to your favorite performance at any hour without waking up the household. So great, great feature from this piano. And that's pretty much the run of the mill the gamut of what you're going to get from this piano. Again, first and foremost, a fine grained piano, great player system that replicates a live performance like none other. This comes in two versions, by the way. It comes in the ST and the Classic version. The ST is what you're seeing here today. That actually gives you adds the recording feature along with the playback feature. It adds the recording feature where you can record your performance, play it back. It adds the silent piano feature where I can plug headphones in, play anytime. And it adds the smart key feature, which allows me to learn note for note how to play a song. And again, that's the ST function. The Classic part of this is just playing back the library, including video on demand concerts and all that good stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Yamaha Disclaimer.